Welcome back. Now, would a drag show be the night out of choice for you? Well, drag artists are having something of a revival with shows like RuPaul's Drag Race. This week, a drag tour with a difference played in Cardiff. It's called Drag Syndrome, and the 3 queens and 1 king all have Down syndrome. Rob Osborne was in the audience.
Ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've been waiting for. Drag Syndrome!
Unbelievably amazing.
I think it's really, really inspirational.
In a Cardiff dressing room, 4 artists are preparing for a show. They sing, they dance, they dress up, and more than 250 people bought tickets to see them on stage. This is Drag Syndrome, a drag act that's making waves. And the performers just happen to also have Down syndrome.
So if someone has never seen Drag Syndrome before, how do you describe it to them? What is it?
The way I describe it is actually electric. It's very exciting and lots of laugh out loud, lots of giggles.
Well, for me, it's incredible, amazing and passionate and very happy for the audience.
What do you like about it?
About how they cheer me on and say, encore, encore.
They love what I represent. They love the passion for my character being on that stage.
So, costumes on, meet the stars of the show. There's Gaia Callis, Nikita Gold,
Oh, what's up, babes?
Justin Bond,
We're gonna work it.
and Aurora Shebang.
There are artists, amazing artists, from the start. That's the starting point. The Down syndrome is just extra chromosome on top. The audience go crazy. The audience go mad. Audience are very surprised how amazing they are.
And in this gig, it was important those watching were enjoying as much as those on stage, because many of the people here also have Down syndrome or another learning disability. You can see how much fun they're having, but they'll also tell you why this show is so important to them.
It's something that I'll never forget, and it's just amazing to watch. We're living the dream in that room with those young people on that stage, tearing it up and being as free as they can be.
So I suffer with autism myself, so like I think it's like just a magical idea. The whole thing is just amazing.
Is it good to see people with Down syndrome on stage and performing?
Yeah, really good. Amazing.
And as the show almost concludes, how do the performers feel about it?
Like, they're thinking that she's really good, I want to be like her.
They think that, wow, these people look amazing. They have Down syndrome, but can they dance and being drag at the same time?
I feel unique.
Ask anyone here and they'll tell you that there should be more nights out for people of all abilities. But before the show could end, there was one final act. Invite everyone with a learning disability on stage so they could sing and dance in the spotlight.
What a show. Well, with me now is the Director of Maincap Cymru, Wayne Crocker, who helped organise the event, and Caroline Howe, who was also there on the night. Caroline, I'll start with you.
Yeah.
We saw some pictures of you there, having a great time. What was it like for you? What's your reaction to that show?
I like it. Sorry.
Was it exciting?
It's so exciting. It is really good. I did enjoy everything.
And seeing everyone sort of having such a good time, does it give you a really warm feeling, and does it give you confidence as well? We saw you get on stage as well at the end.
Yes, I did, yes.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Wayne, you helped organise it. What's it like for you to see those performers doing that?
The performance was incredible, and we didn't expect it to be so successful. So we first heard of drag syndrome probably about 6 or 7 months ago. I thought we've got to bring this group to Cardiff. So I went up to see them in London in March and was blown away by them, and arranged essentially for them to come and sort of end Learning Disability Week for us.
And this seems to have been a bit of a catalyst, doesn't it? Other things have happened since this show. Tell us more.
So they came down and they met lots and lots of people with a learning disability and with Down syndrome in Cardiff, and groups from across Wales came to the event. So we had a group come down from Ynys Môn, from Mencap Môn. We had a group come from Ceredigion Mencap and a group from Swansea. And after chatting to a number of those people, they invited a few of those to go up and join them in London on the 12th of July. So Caroline's been invited to go and take part in a show they're doing at the Royal Festival Hall. And also a number of groups have asked whether they can try and set up drag syndrome in Wales.
Amazing. And Caroline, so you've been invited. What's it like for you to have that invitation to be invited up to London?
I love to, yes.
It'd be an amazing experience.
Yes.
Wayne, when it comes to representation of disability, seeing it on the stage in all its loudness, in all its vibrancy, how much have we missed that? How much do we need to see more of it?
I think it's twofold. Number one, I think the public need to see more performers with learning disabilities. But I think for people with a learning disability themselves, it's really, really important to see people who are like them performing and being very successful at performing too.
And so going forward then, just recap for us, what is coming up then that people in Wales perhaps can get involved with?
So I think there are a number of groups that exist in Wales that help performers to showcase what they're able to do. So Hijinks Theatre, for example, Gig Buddies, which is run by Learning Disability Wales, is helping people to go to shows. What we have to do is to make sure that people have the opportunity to stay up late, to enjoy themselves and to have a riot.
I suppose, and finally, how difficult can that be for people to have that opportunity?
It can be very difficult because venues often aren't particularly accessible, both in terms of physically accessible, but also when you go to venues, sometimes the people there aren't particularly welcoming. So we've had cases where people with a learning disability have been to venues where the general public have been quite prejudiced in terms of welcoming people with a learning disability into those spaces.
Well, still some work to do. Well, Wayne, thank you. Caroline, thank you very much both for joining us.